YouTube, what's going on, everybody? It is Criv here, and I hope you guys are all having a fantastic day. And guys, in today's video, I'm going to be bringing you guys 3 different things that I think the finals should do to improve the game and improve the longevity of the game and kind of bring people back and hopefully bring the hype back to the game that it had in the first place in the open beta and in Season 1 initially. I've seen a lot of criticism of this game recently, especially on YouTube and on Twitter, especially with Season 3 that came out too. It's been very, very odd. I think Season 3 was not terrible. I'm not too sure why ranked terminal attack is even a fucking thing, but I mean, pros and cons, you can take what you can get, but I honestly think they need to remove that right away. But without further ado, guys, let's get right into this. All right, guys, so one of the very first things that I think the finals needs to do to either improve the longevity or bring the hype back, I think they need to remove the RNG for the barrels or have set location spawns for barrels in the game. So I think it'd be kind of cool if they made it where everybody knew what barrels spawned where. It would give people another thing to fight for in the arena, which I think would be kind of cool. It's just kind of annoying that if I run into a building where a cash out is and the one barrel that I run past happens to be a gas barrel and I needed it to be a goo barrel, for example, or an explosive barrel so I could get into a building. Let's say I don't have a breach charge or anything that can break open walls, so I'm running a support medium. It's kind of annoying and it feels like I just kind of got shit on by RNG. So I think they need to remove the most amount of RNG as possible in this game. That goes with the barrel spawns. I think it'd be cool if we had some kind of set ways that we knew where they were going to come up. But keeping with the RNG topic, another thing is events. Now, I think events need to be removed completely from the game. I don't think events in competitive is good. I think it's kind of stupid. I think it adds an incredibly random element to the game. And guys, just to clarify what I'm saying, this is what I'm talking about for ranked. I think if we're talking about casual and unranked, I think you can keep all these things in the game. Obviously, it's casual and unranked. It doesn't really matter. So I honestly don't think events should be in the game. Like I said, very, very annoying. The UFOs, the low gravity, the meteor shower, they're all just very random. I think they should be removed. That's just plain and simple in my opinion. I think they're a cool idea in paper, but not in practice. Also, continuing with the whole RNG fad that I was just talking about, building on that, I really think they need to remove the whole suspended structures, cranes, and shit like that too. I think each map should be specific to what it is. Nobody likes moving platforms, let's be real. It's very RNG. That shit's kind of stupid. And guys, nobody likes suspended structures. I haven't met a single person that actually enjoys playing the suspended structures. It's so annoying. And it just seems like they're very hard to defend or they're very, very hard to take over. It just seems very random depending on if you have a light, medium, heavy, whatever your team composition is. Like, I think some maps could have these things, but these things are specific to the map and they don't move. Like, maybe we're going to talk about Kyoto, for example, or let's go with Seoul. Maybe Seoul is the only map that has suspended structures. Maybe Kyoto is the only map that has moving platforms or something like that. I don't think it should change map per map. Again, I think it's a cool concept on paper, but not in practice. I think it'd be fine in unranked, obviously, but not in a competitive environment. And sticking with a competitive environment, guys, I think this is just kind of how it is nowadays. I believe that if you want to make a shooter game last, if you want to make an FPS game last as long as some of these ones like Valorant and even Counter-Strike and stuff like that, the game's been around for a while. You have to balance the game based on the competitive side and not based on the casual side. It's okay to have a casual shooter. A ton of games out there that are competitive shooters can actually be played casually. Take a game like Rocket League, for example. I know that's not a shooter game, but that game was specifically made to be a casual game. They had no intention of making that a competitive game. When they started focusing more on the esports side of that game, it blew up finally. I really think that's the direction that the finals needs to take. I think they need to be more of a competitive game. They need to balance the game more for competitive and for esports rather than balancing it for the casual audience, because let's be real, the casual audience is great, but the competitive side is what's going to keep the game alive. It's what's going to bring viewers to the game, new people, esports on Twitch and all that stuff. Twitch numbers have been very, very down recently, and I think that's something they could do. Also, what I think they should do, guys, to kind of bring up an esports scene, I'm not even going to say revive the esports scene, because let's be real, there isn't really one right now, but I think they need to add a lot of custom features in custom games. All these things that I just talked about, removing events, removing barrels, barrel spawns, all that stuff, I think that's something they need to add in custom games, that we ourselves as the player should be able to customize. Give us the ability to turn them off in private matches. That way we can play in scrims and we can play in tournaments and stuff like that the way that things are meant to be played. Like I said, these are my things that I think the finals needs to improve on if they want to keep the game alive, and I really hope this game can do it. I really have faith in the devs, to be honest with you. Like I said, I've seen a lot of criticism just after one bad season, honestly, and I don't think that's really fair to Embark. I think we should give them the benefit of the doubt and let them try to recover, and I feel like if they are truly listening to their community, hopefully they can do it. Guys, that's going to be all for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you guys follow my socials down in the description. Kriv FPS on everything, guys. I'm live on Twitch every Wednesday at 6 p.m. Eastern time. I've been had a lot more time recently to stream, so make sure you guys follow me on there and on Twitter to see when I go live, and just stay updated with everything me, with gaming, X Defiant, finals, anything, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Peace out.